Alright, welcome back YouTube. We're here with another video. Um, so yesterday, as of recording this video, I made a video talking about what to do at the beginning of your Diamond Dynasty experience. Um, and as I was making that video, I made a slight uh, you know, miscalculation at this right here. Team affinities. As you can see, I don't have a lot done. I know people that are way further along, but I basically said like they'll come in time. They're not really worth your time investment right now. Let me tell you one thing right now. I was wrong. I'm admitting I was wrong. I normally don't do this, but I was 100% wrong in this case. So my first my beginning reasoning for this was like looking at some pretty like generic cards here. I was like, well, this Anthony Santander, I was like, those aren't great stats. Like they're good stats, but they're not great. But here's what I didn't realize. That this is like these are probably one of the that's probably one of the worst cards. Like, this Stanton, if you really like a Stanton, like good for you, take him. Or like this Adame is like, great, take him. And like even this Bogarts, it's kind of disappointing for what they could have made of Bogarts. But like, uh, I mean, like all five of these cards actually are not that great. But here's where they get you. You seen like any of these other collections? They're stacked. Like look at this. You got Jordan. Look at these stats. If you parallel these up, like these are ridiculous stats. This is like an endgame hitter. I mean, you can even like put him on your bench, and if he's just paralleled up, he's a ridiculous hitter against both sides, lefties and righties. Um, even someone like a Kyle Lewis. Like for me, for example, I didn't pick Ken Griffey for my my 42 pack, that I got for pre-ordering the game. But this Kyle Lewis kind of piquing my interest. I'm seriously thinking about getting him. He looks like a very good card. And that's not even like that's not all. That's the crazy part. Like you come over here to the NL East, you have Sixto Sanchez. He has and like obviously you parallel him all the way up. Someone already has him super fractor paralleled, which is ridiculous. But don't even get me started. He has an outlier 2 right there. You see that? Uh, that that means, as like the indicator kind of shows there, he will be able to throw a sinker for 102 miles an hour. And like if you use him, he will throw it like 99 to 102 miles an hour every time. It is gross. He's a gross card, and like his stats aren't that great. But if you parallel him up, basically just take all of these stats and just add 5 to them. That's a pretty good card. Um, and like even like this Dom Smith, like as you can tell, I already have him double paralleled just from using him in BR. First, I was in the first 200 people to get him to the second level there, which is kind of interesting. I actually didn't know that, but yeah, like that. These are some really good cards, and like to be honest, I thought they weren't gonna be worth it to people that are like no money spent and like are just putting money in. Like some of these cards are good too. Uh, but like I thought it wasn't gonna be worth the time and effort for people to go around try to get these cards. Cause to be honest with you, like and like these two cards are good too. This Luis Castillo and Castanheira, they're both good cards. But like I thought it wasn't gonna be worth people's time, as I was saying, to get to 150 program stars. So I was like, you know what? Like that's a big time commitment. But like what and I also made this off the assumption of if you come down here, I didn't take a real good look at this. I was like, oh, you have to do a showdown 50 times to get it to get 150 stars. I was like, that's ridiculous. But then I looked and I was just like scrolling through. I was like, heard Twin Gaming TV. Shout out Twin Gaming. Heard him talking about the Team Affinity Showdown, and he's like, I've been grinding it. I'm like, why? Because they give you the 5 tickets there, which is 15 program stars every time. So you literally just do it 10 times and you complete one section entirely. Like I think I've done two plus some extra, uh, plus a collection or something. I don't know, or no, I think it's stats. But I've done two of them, literally just two of them, and they probably take me 10 minutes, 15, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes for each one of them, and you get 15. And like, it's kind of a grind getting to the first one, and even to the second one because it's in the 30. But like, look, you go from 90 to 110. That's 20. That's not bad at all. Or even like 110 to 130, which is 20, and 130 to 150, which is 20. Those are that's one showdown. Like that's one showdown and some stats. That's it. And then you get another 42 card for free. So like I am gladly admitting that I made a huge mistake. I told everyone, hey, don't waste your time with team affinities. It's not the way to go. Because I originally said the way to go is BR and the ranked seasons reward, which I have done. I mean, I've played BR a lot. Hopefully, gonna get on another big run here, but like as you can see, I've earned all 50 stars already. But not the point. Like these team affinity programs are the way to go. I don't have a good team. I will be the first one to admit it. My team is very bad, but these cards are very exciting for me, especially because a lot of these cards, like I said, you parallel them twice, three times, and they're good cards, like really good stats, and like honestly can be used competitively at like any level. Um, and so yeah, if I would have known this, like would have taken I should have taken a closer look at the stats of these cards before I made my decision, and before I advised people to make their moves. But team affinities are kind of the meta, and and like I mean even though it's like a way long term goal, like it does it's at some point going to get you a 92 Larry Doby who's going to be gross, and this 90 Mini Minoso who's also going to be pretty good. I mean, like, and like way, way, way in the distant future, a Jackie for you also. Like, I'm telling you, the team affinities might be the way to go. And this is my favorite part. If you watch my video talking about how to get the Chipper Jones, I we talked a lot about like how to approach the market, and not really how to approach the market, but like more just like advising people what teams to go for and how to put in their buy orders for them, stuff like that. Um, but this is also my favorite part. The strategy that I've been using for these showdowns, as you can see, it's 3 normal missions, a boss mission which you have to complete because if you lose this one, you just lose the whole thing. So if you complete it, then you have 3 more normal missions and then the final boss. So what I normally do is I normally draft a team like this team you can see here. Not a great team. Double parallel Nelson Cruz also. Um, First 650 people to do it. No biggie, no biggie. But yeah, like you draft your normal team or whatever, and then you just play the first 3 games here, and this is why you get 3 good gold hitters. But then if you take a look over here under the rewards tab, uh, it says 100 stubs, and you're like 100 stubs. You pay 500 to get in. Exactly. That's what's good about it is you have 100, 100, 100, and then if you scroll all the way to the end, you get 1,000 plus the tokens. So you're making what you make 1,300 subs for the price of 500. So you're making 800 stubs plus the 5 tokens, which give you, or the 5 tickets, which I mean can give you so much stuff within the program, like a bunch of new cards and everything. Like here, let's just look at like if I had 15 more stars, that put me at what 51. Like so, I would earn a diamond uniform, a gold flashback player, 5,000 stubs, which I mean I like quadrupled my stubs right there. And then yeah, and then I'm 4 away from another live series pack, which I mean they're only gold or silver and bronze, but still like uh, it is the wave to at least try to like get your team good enough to where you can beat the last boss. Sometimes you will have to face that first like boss mission and just get another diamond hitter just in case, and then you go to that final boss. But it like you can make a lot of stubs, and by making these stubs, you then can flip those stubs into finishing your collections, or going after some of these legend ones, like some of these 42 players, because like I'm a little upset with who I picked. Like I mean, like I like Pedro, but I mean like the Babe Ruth, but not the point. I'm saying you can definitely flip stubs over time, like as you're grinding for these Team Affinity cards, you could flip them into a Liam Hendricks, or like into a Jose Ramirez. Obviously, you're not gonna flip it into a Mike Trout, but like as the time of recording this, look at this price. Like you're obviously not gonna do that. So I just think if you are smart about how you're approaching it, Team Affinity is the way to go with your time here, because like even if you play like a BR mode or like a rank seasons, just stack your lineup with like a division you're trying to complete, like an NL East for me right now, and you can just you just rack up stats with them, play a couple showdowns here and there. You can get a lot of really really good players very quickly for honestly like pretty much zero stub investment besides the 500 you put into buy showdowns. So I mean I'm hovered over the six though, which is a guy I will get. Same with this Dom Smith, but these are cards I'm saying that they're important, especially if you're no money spent, which I 100% plan on doing this entire year. Is you gotta play the entire year with just the cards that you can grind for, and sometimes that happens to be where you gotta grind for some of these Team Affinity cards, and like you know what, they're good cards. You'll be seeing a lot of top competitive players that'll be using these cards for a long time. Like I already saw, um, like your friend Kyle, he was using the Jordan from the AL West, who's like an absolute beast. He was using him for a bit yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. So like these cards are good cards. It, basically, what it comes down to, like these are gonna you can get a lot of cards for pretty much zero stubs and not that much time invested in comparison to like how much I've played BR already. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if these are just cards that I would be looking for if I was no money spent. Well, with that all being said, I just want to thank everyone for making it through the video, and if you do like the content and you want to keep seeing MLB The Show videos, please 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 do not be afraid to click that like button and the subscribe button. Um, Likes and subscriptions don't cost you anything. And if you always change your mind, you can always unsub from me anyways. So yeah, with all that being said, I will see you in the next video. See ya.